Hello Leo, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming. This is your journey reading, past, present and future for your love reading. So this will be representative of you and your person, your significant other, your special someone, or your partner. And it's the relationship as it's gone through this journey. And so aspects of it will apply to you, but it may also bring in aspects to do with your person, or what you have, any sort of external influences that may have been coming in, just things that have affected the relationship as you've gone on. And so you can take it as it resonates for you. Aspects of it might, some might not. It is a general reading. So I try to bring in as many themes as I can to cover a wider audience. All my details are in the drop-down box below. Any details, you can follow me there. Let's just get cracking, I think. If you can like and share or like and subscribe, that'll be great, because then that moves the videos around YouTube a bit better, a bit quicker. See what we've got for you. Wants to come out. We're having an intense year again so far, so let's see how things play out for you. I'm just dealing with the history and the recent past. Let's have a look at the future. I'm sorry, at the present now. Too many, I just need a few more. Okay, so it looks like in the present some sort of commitment has been made or will be made in the present. A partnership or coming together in mutual support at any rate. And we've got your destiny and we've got Gemini. Let's see now what the goddess guidance has got for us. Okay, so this is, we're dealing with history at this point. Put that there. This is recent past. Let's get a fairy tarot now. A Moonology deck. Too many. All right. Last one is a Destiny card. Okay, prosperity. All right, so it looks like you're coming out of a phase of difficulty. Let's have a look. Okay, so for the history, we've got On a Leap of Faith, and we've got Earth Element Stability. So I do feel that in the past, this may have been a far distant history, or it could have been relevant to your relationship. It depends on how long you've actually been in the relationship and what has actually transpired. So with On a Leap of Faith, so you must have taken some sort of leap of faith with your person. It could have been in a previous relationship, but I feel this is to do with your actual person, the one that is in your life, or that you may have already been in a relationship for some time, or you may just be starting, or you may have just got going. So take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So you may have made a decision to go with it in some way, or perhaps an offer was made and now you're just seeing that through. It was to do with stability within the relationship. So this could have been obviously the relationship between you. So some sort of forces have stabilized. And I do feel you may have been through a rough patch before that, and some stability has come in. And this may have had to do with your leap of faith with your person. So whether you are only just starting, or whether it's already an established relationship, you may have been through some ups and downs, possibly taking a risk, and then some stability may have come in to keep things on an even keel. But this is also about, Earth Element is about stabilizing things, but it's also about the accumulation of things. So this can be the accumulation of funds, it can be the accumulation of money, or just accumulation of sort of support and resources. So you may have amalgamated together, you may have brought things together, or you may have joined forces in some way. So this is the past. This is, it could have been a distant past or a history, as I said. In some cases in a relationship, it can also be past life. So, elements of whatever went down in the past will be carried through into the present. So you may have made a decision to move forward with something, and it may have brought in the stability for you, or that decision caused the stability to come in. But it has also been the accumulation. But it also may have been to do with a decision. I feel a decision was made. I feel this is to do with trying new things or trying a new approach. So you are a fixed sign, so you may have had a very fixed idea or a very fixed view on how things should be, or how they should look, or how the relationship should unfold, and so on. And this could have been inherited programming, it could have been thoughts and sort of experiences which have coalesced and formed your opinion about the past, about past relationships, or indeed the relationship with this person. So this may have formed your relationship experiences, and that needs to have changed. So an action was needed in order to move things forward. So you may have been stuck in a past mindset, or an old mindset, or an old-fashioned view, or an inherited mindset, or an inherited programming, something that may have also come about through previous relationships where you had quite a fixed view on something. And in order to have grown or to have moved forward, you would have had to take an action, but in a new direction. You would have had to let go of fears about making changes, or changing your attitudes or your beliefs or your experiences, the willingness to try something new. And I feel that is where the leap of faith came in. So this is in the history or the past, depending on your situation with your person. The more recent past, air element communication. So this would have been very important between the two of you. And we had Una Easy Does It. So this would have been about moving steadily forward without rushing or pressing or forcing things to happen. So you may have just been moving along, following the flow, going with what was on the table, and trying new things and looking at things, trying, having perhaps a wider view, a bigger view. But it also would have been about following what was close to your heart, or nurturing things. So nurturing a relationship, or nurturing a cause, or something which you have created together, whether it's just a relationship, or whether you have other elements in your relationship which are joint. It could be joining forces in some way, financially, materially. It could have also been business related. So it would have been about nurturing that cause. So you may have just been kind of biding your time, doing what needed to be done and moving forward. But it was saying here that everything would have been in perfect timing. So you would have been just following what needed to be done, and things would have unfolded as they were supposed to. So if you are having doubts or regrets or fears about what went down in the past, perhaps you didn't do this, or you didn't say that, or you felt that perhaps you're having doubt, everything would have occurred as it was supposed to occur. So whatever went down was supposed to happen. Everything is a learning experience. So whatever happened would have been for your highest learning, and obviously for your person as well. So, but the air element communication would have been literally that, all forms of communication. It could also be that you have heard news, or you received documentation, or something, some kind of communication, which was, whether it was written or verbal. So news or words, your person may have spoken to you, or you may have heard something, some sort of news or a documentation may have come to you. It could have been to do with what you wanted to do. It could have been with buying a home or moving forward in some way. There could have been air travel for some of you as well, and it could also have been to do with communication, using different methods of communication. So this could have been within the relationship, and also with what you were trying to do together, whatever it was that went down, or whatever it is that you are moving forward together on. So whether it's a home, or perhaps a relocation, or travel, or a business, or whatever, something, some elements of communication would have come into that, whether it's documentation or verbal or written. And you may have been using various types of communication in order to bring this about. This can also be about manifestation. So this would have been important, and it's the themes of it is going to carry on through as well, about being positive. So if you had a positive mindset and a positive view on things, which is what this earth element would have pushed you to do, would have pushed you to think out of the box, then if you've had a positive view, and you've actually moved forward with an open mind and an open heart, then it's likely that you've drawn towards you positive manifestations. But it can work the other way as well. So if you have had doubts or negativity, or speaking negatively about things, then that would have also brought that to you. So it depends what route you took in your journey thus far. So this is the recent past. I would say the last part of 2020 certainly, and a lot went down for everybody at that period. So a lot of things would have occurred, but this is about also weighing things up. So you would have had to weigh things up. You would have had to make a decision. This was already pending from before. This would have been weighing a situation up, applying logic to something, and sorting something out. So you would have been working on something, lots of communication, making plans, doing research and so on, and actually perhaps learning new things as well from a technology point of view, or from a communication point of view, learning new ways to talk to each other, or with whatever it is that you've been doing. It would have been slow and steady wins the race, just moving steadily through, but also what you sow is what you reap with this card. So let's look at the present now. We've got a Libra eye balance. So as I said, some sort of commitment would have come in, and this is where we are currently. So some sort of commitment, some sort of mutual support, but what will be necessary now to apply now? So taking into account everything that has transpired, what will be important now is actually the balance side of it. So your needs and the other person's needs, balancing the both. You can't only be hearing their needs. They need to hear your needs as well. So make sure that you are doing that you are bringing balance into the relationship, that you are not giving your power away in some way, shape or form. It's about the balancing of the scales. There may be mediation or some sort of negotiation going on between you or within your relationship, or this may be ongoing into the future now. You may have to just watch that. You may have to balance the scales. You may have to do this on a regular basis in order to move the relationship forward. So it's a kind of a weighing, swings and roundabouts, checking things, boundaries, and so on. But this is certainly about coming into a partnership of some kind. So whether this person made a commitment to you, or you made a commitment to them, or you decided on a joint course together. But this is about mutual support, and being there for each other, showing up for each other, balance, and keeping things on an even keel, but also making sure that both your needs are heard. So this is going to be an ongoing theme now. This also brings love, it brings in engagement, it brings in marriage. All of these sort of partnership things come in. So whether you are already in that, then it's a recommitment, or some sort of next level may have come in for you. So, if you've already married to your person and you've been through, a history of things, now you are coming back around, and this is about renegotiating, mediating, and also listening better and communicating better, but also to weigh the scales, both sides. So it's reaching a new level of commitment with this, or it could be a new partnership, or you are actually approaching engagement or marriage, or you have already just done that. So there's some sort of commitment coming in here with this card. It can also be about money matters. So money matters may be important. This is the joining of your resources. So this is important. Make sure that you have your independence and that you are weighing, as I said, your needs must be heard. Okay, you can't be living for the other person. So this is a lesson. This is a lesson that you're undergoing at this time, the balancing of that. But certainly love, commitment, relationships, marriage, engagement, all of those things, and romance, all of those things come in, but it's governed by Venus. This Libra energy is governed by Venus. So just be careful that there's no spending on luxuries, unnecessary splashing out. But it is really to do with the actual melding of the relationship together. How is that happening? How is that unfolding? During the course of this whole process, whether you've just got married, or you're engaged now, or you're committed and you're moving forward, or you're reaching a new level within your current relationship, it's saying that that you need to take a break. So whether you have or not, there's some new level that you need to reach from a relaxation point of view. So she's coming to say your emotions have probably been high, and you may have worn yourself out a bit. You need to spend time near a water body, whether this is a lake or a river or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. This is important, and it needs to be a relaxing break. You can't be continuing your normal daily life where you go away for your break. You need a complete break. So immerse yourself in the water, swim, or just spend time near the water, relaxing, walking, meditating, whatever is right for you. You can also do water rituals. So swimming in the ocean is very, very good, because it all that salt detoxes the aura. Or you can do water rituals like in the spa bath, or you can go to a spa place or hot water springs, or whatever it is right for you. But some sort of water body or water rituals will be important to boost your energy at this time, because I just feel that with everything that's gone on, you're a little bit tired. It could also be that you need to just boost the energies within the relationship at this time. So bodies of water are important, and it may also be that in your present time, as I said, with the air element communication, there may be documentation or some sort of changes coming in which are relevant to you, and this could very well be to do with relocation or moving to a water body. So it may be worth your while to consider at this time moving closer to a water body. So whether that's the ocean or a lake or a river, whatever it is right for you, or to have good access to that, because being close to that does lift your spirits, it does raise your vibration, and it will help you to communicate better and to raise your energy, raise your energy levels, so that you're not feeling so tired or resentful, especially if you've got a lot on your plate, Then for the, because this is the present moment, all your decisions are made actually in the present moment. So the This is saying new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. So with everything that has gone on, you may be, especially if a renegotiation or mediation or some sort of decision was made recently, or within the past, that is now still reverberating through. It's with a new moon in Aquarius. New moon is a fresh start, okay? It is actually a clean slate. It's also potential. It's about your dreams, you know, what it is that you're reaching for. And you may have had to redo that. You may have had to have a look at that again, because you're going to some new level with your person. So, but with a new moon in Aquarius, sometimes you can be a little bit otherworldly. In other words, your emotions are not really in it. You're looking at everything from an intellectual point of view. So it depends on you, how you're built, and you know how you're approaching this. But it's saying bring love into the situation. So with this renegotiation, or with this balancing of the commitment that you have between you now, bring love into the situation. And this goes back to unconditional love as well. So whatever went down in the past, whatever has happened, you have to forgive the situation, or forgive your energy that has been parked in there. Because when you are in a state of resentment, or you're very still got a lot of negativity attached to that past situation, your energy gets stuck there, and you can't pull it back, and that does drain you. All right, so I feel this is what has been happening, especially with the bodies of water and your emotional side. You may have kind of detached in order to preserve, you know, it's like self-preservation. It's just kind of a self you know, you put walls up. So this is saying to just examine that, and examine your boundaries, and release those that no longer serve, or are not helping you, or not helping your situation. Okay, release the energy that you have got stuck in those past situations, so that you can bring your energy back to you. It doesn't necessarily mean that you forgive the person or yourself or whatever went down, but you release your energy from that. So think about that, and see, you know, have a look at your boundaries again, and just be aware that, you know, with new moon in Aquarius, fresh start, clean slate, you want to approach things differently. So by all means, use your intellectual abilities, which has been the air element communicating, which would have been the recent past. So elements of that are still coming through now, but you don't want to have your energy spread around all different aspects of the past, all experiences that were deemed as negative, because your energy gets trapped there. You need to pull them back now, and reassess the situation, because you've got a new start here. You've got some sort of clean slate coming in, and there is a commitment here, but it's a joint coming together which needs to be negotiated. So you know, you want to pursue your dreams. You want to have dreams of a future, and I feel you need to communicate about these dreams, especially with Aquarius. This is glimpses of the future. This is where you want to head in the future with your person. This person, you are together now. You're in this relationship, so you want to discuss your dreams together, and you need to be clear about that. You need to articulate that, but it needs to also be, you know, if there are situations where emotions become high, just pull back a little bit, by all means, to assess the situation and make your decisions. But certainly communication is going to be important, and will be important to carry you forward. You know, and bring love into the situation, whether it's love for your own passions, your own course in life, you know, your own interests, or whether it's the combination of these within the relationship, or just for the relationship, or for the person themselves. So just see how it is. It may be a bundle of all of those. It may be balancing your issues, which came up in the past, your interests, your view of life, balancing that within the relationship with your person. So it's about looking at that, but you need to articulate. You need to actually to talk about that, and anchor your dreams down. You may be getting glimpses of the future as well at this point, or you may have dreams that you want to pursue, and this is an amalgamation of your aspects, your interests, your dreams with the other person into a mutually supportive relationship. That's where we're coming in with this. It can also be that you may have had the support of other people around you at this time. Perhaps you're doing something together, or you may have already been through a marriage or an engagement. You may have people around you who are supporting you at this time, friends and so on. but certainly, you know, friends and people around you who are supportive. But certainly your dreams, your interests, your hobbies, all of these things are important. So don't let go of those in favor of some other aspect of the relationship, or let go of your own interests and dreams in favor of that. There's got to be an amalgamation. There's got to be balance. There's got to be mediation between you. We've got here 3 of Autumn. Follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Being compensated for your creative talent. So I do feel that this is to do with your own interests, your own hobbies, what it is that you do. You may have a talent or a skill or something that you enjoy, something that you love to do. And this is about balancing that, as I said, balancing that within the relationship so that your needs don't get put aside in favor of the other person, okay? You need to articulate that. You need to speak to them about that. You need to be very clear about how this is going to work, you know, and make sure that you do that, because otherwise you're going to feel a little bit tired. You're going to, be losing energy, giving your power away. You need to recharge your battery so that you feel strong, and then you need to sort this out. But it may be an ongoing thing. This may be something, it may be a theme of your relationship. Possibly this is what you're working on, you and your person you're working on in this lifetime. Perhaps that is important for you. It may have threads from a previous lifetime, and now it's coming up again for you. There is prosperity coming in. So I feel that, whatever it is that you're doing, you're making an investment in your relationship. Whatever went down before, or the new levels that you are currently reaching, you're making an investment. You're wanting this to bear fruit. You want this to be a prosperous, abundant situation. So all of the elements of balancing your needs and their needs, bring love into the situation, recharge your batteries and follow your passions. Then I feel that you will once you've got balance in your life, then you can get a hold of this prosperity, because then you are in balance. Once you are in balance, then everything else falls into balance. And you can anchor that. You can actually tap into that abundance field, which prosperity can be many things. It can be financial, of course, but it can be other things. It can indicate abundance of many kinds. This can be love, support, happiness, joy, all the things that make you feel prosperous, that make you feel abundant. Okay, all of those things come in. You obviously want to bring financial abundance in as well, to support you in your endeavor within your relationship, especially if that has been a theme in the past. Okay, but you will be able to access, once you tap into that abundance stream, you have to be able to give and receive in equal measure. So you can't just give all the time and not take something for yourself. You must look after yourself. Your own best interests come first, and then you look at the relationship after, because otherwise you're going to give from an empty cup. So this is why I keep saying I feel this is to do with your own interests, your own hobbies, your own skills, your own life that you have had, or something that you love to do that makes you feel balanced and happy and connected and prosperous. You need to keep on with that. Don't let go of that in favor of the relationship, because this is about balance. So this is what you're working on currently. And once you've got that balance and you are feeling sort of balanced within yourself, you've accessed your own interests, you're enjoying all of that, and you are bringing all of that into your relationship. So as you work on all of those lovely things that you enjoy doing, you naturally attract abundance to you, and then you can give to the relationship. You can bring in whatever you need to within the relationship. It brings that abundance in, and that can give the relationship a huge boost. So that's what this is about. Now for the near future, we've got White Tara sensitivity, and we've got Yod destiny. Let's just start with this. So White Tara sensitivity, this is saying that once you start on the ascension path, once you start waking up, you become incredibly sensitive. And this is obviously within the relationship as well. But it's also once you feel empowered, once you are tapping into your own interests, learning how to balance your needs with another person's needs, and you're tapping into this abundance mindset and pursuing your own interests, becoming whole within yourself. You don't need another person to be whole. You don't need another person to be happy. You're responsible for your own happiness. As soon as you understand these concepts and you start bringing them back to you, then you start climbing up the ascension ladder. You start becoming more aware. of everything going on around you. You just naturally elevate your consciousness, and then you start to become sensitive to certain things. So it's saying that in the near future, you're becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. So find out all the things that trigger you. These can be people, these can be situations, these can be jobs, these can be places where you're living, your neighbors, or whatever it is. It can also be chemicals within the home, and foods that trigger you, or it can be alcohol, it can be certain foods that you know you just can't eat anymore, or just not right for you. So just have a good this is coming up in the near future. Have a good long hard look at everything. Anything that you know is triggering you, then take steps to release that. Okay, it can also be friendships, it can be social circles that you've been in. All things are shifting. As soon as you start to raise your consciousness, then certain aspects of your life as you have been living it fall away. All right, they start to fall away because they're not resonating with you anymore. So then this is an opportunity to start moving towards that you are resonating with. So this can be shifts in all sorts of things: shifts in what you eat, shifts in what you drink, shifts in what you watch. So media, getting back to nature. As soon as you start doing that, then other people that are used to you being a certain way will now notice that you're shifting. And this can trigger you. So just gently let go of them and keep going on your path. Don't stray from that, but just remove unwanted or unnecessary things within your environment that are triggering you. And this can be obviously within the relationship as well. This can be behaviors, habits, complexities, programming, whatever it is. Just do your best to release these things. Have a good look at your home, clean up the chemicals, get rid of things that are toxic within your home, and this can be emotional baggage as well. Whatever it may be, have a good long hard look at everything and be ruthless, to clean up. But when it comes to social things and changing your interests or moving perhaps into different circles, and then elevating yourself, then that certain things will naturally fall away. It's saying here, your destiny, this can be quite a tough card, hard angle bearing down on you, and it's pointing to one specific area coming up for you in the near future. So this is some aspect of your life. You may just feel now, and I do feel this is to do with social things, all right? People that you've been associated with, people that you've been in contact with, groups. It can even be family, it can be jobs, it can be a way of life, a lifestyle that you have been living is no longer suiting you. It's not going to suit you anymore as you move into the near future. You're going to find things are going to rankle you. You're going to get triggered. And this is saying that this card comes up when you are out of step with others. In some cases, you can be like a black sheep, or you are just you're not resonating with others. They are not resonating with you, and you are not resonating with them. You're off on your own path, and this is a very important step. This is very, very important in your growth, your spiritual growth, and also your personal growth. It's all necessary. It's completely normal, and it's completely appropriate for us at this time in history, in our lives. So this is about reorientating yourself to the direction which is right for you. So this is about going into your inner self, your inner GPS, and following your own path. Don't stray from that, okay? Just keep going. Even though you may not see the steps necessarily or know exactly the path you're going, just keep listening to your own inner guidance and just keep moving forward, okay? And it's kind of got a pioneering aspect to it. So you may be trying new things, moving in new social circles, joining new groups online, having different friends, or you and your partner may be doing that. So it's about expansion. It's about following your own path. So you may not have anybody around you who supports you or can give you advice or is on your same wavelength. You're just on your own path, and that's completely normal. It's completely appropriate, and it's very necessary for your growth. So retreat. You may be working quietly on your own. You may be not socializing as much, whatever is appropriate for you. So this is coming up in the near future. So it's about following your own path, and your relationship may be doing that. In other words, you too may be moving in a different direction now from where you have been. And it's about letting go of things that are just not right for you anymore, and following your own path, but listening to your own guidance, listening very closely, and you'll be led where you need to go. but it's you may be it may be not as easy. It's not easy path. It's going to be, there are going to be some hurdles, and there are going to be times when you're not quite sure where you're headed exactly, but just keep following your own inner GPS and stay with it, because there is success on the other side of this. Then for the far future, so my intention for this reading was certainly for the first 6 months of 2021. So I would say, this is going to be happening towards the middle of the year. We've got Gemini, I think, and we've got Dana, High Priestess. So from a relationship point of view, this is all about communication. All right, so that's going to be very, very important going forward. But a decision is going to need to be made, some sort of decision. You may be in two minds about something as well. So Gemini is all of the mental faculty. It's all about communication. It's about electronics. It's about short journeys, cars, all of those sorts of things come in. But from a relationship point of view, it's about communication between you and your significant person. It can also bring in family members, general relatives, siblings, aunts, uncles, things like that. So maybe they're very important. Maybe they have an external factor on your relationship. So just bear that in mind. But something's going to come up. And a decision is going to be made. So whether this is you are now perhaps relocating and you're changing things around, or you are reorientating your lifestyle, but a decision will be made. You're going to be weighing up. There's going to be some sort of research and a lot of communication going on. You may be waiting for news, or you may be receiving news, or it could be documentation based. Something is coming in, some sort of news or some sort of reveal is coming in for you. It could very well be to do with the communication between you and your person. Perhaps you're going to decide something together in the near future, and that is going to chart your course forward. But this is very much, it's also about learning, research, doing things online. So you may be looking at, perhaps you are wanting to move closer to water, or you are really relocating out of an area where you have lived for a long time, so on. There's lots of ways that this can come in, but it is also the Lover's card within this deck. So that aspect may be coming in where, again, some sort of new level is reached, or, that love aspect is coming in, especially if you're applying all of what has been discussed already, then that aspect can come in for you as well. We've got Dana, High Priestess. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So this is essentially about spreading your knowledge, spreading what you know, and also obviously with your person, some sort of teaching or some sort of transmission of knowledge comes in with Dana. But this is very much using your own intuition and guidance, your own spiritual guidance to help others, or to guide your relationship at this time. So it's about spreading of knowledge. It's about sort of spreading that divine knowledge, what you have learnt on your journey, what you have understood. You may be able to help others at this time with their journey, or with their issues, or certain aspects of the relationship. It could be business related, but it could also be what you've learnt about yourself and this relationship, and spreading that around, and actually helping others at this time. So there may be an aspect of this coming in for you. And it could even just be kind words, or some sort of volunteer work, or some sort of aspect where you are spreading knowledge around. It's your wisdom which you are using here. And then just as an aside, we've got Sekhmet, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So I feel that's to do with this charting of this new course that you have. What it is that you're doing in your relationship, releasing all these toxic things, places, people, things, what you're doing, what you're eating, in the environment, everything. It's releasing all of that so that you can free yourselves to move forward on your new path. And she's saying that you can do this. You've got the strength behind you to do it. We've also got 9th house here, which is the house of faith, intuition. It's the house of in-laws. It's also the house of law. So legal matters may be coming in somewhere along here. It's also the house of travel and exploration, adventure. All of these things come in. It can also be higher learning. So this is university learning or adult education. So any one of those aspects may have a bearing on this relationship. You could be learning something. Perhaps you are spreading knowledge via a course that you're doing, or it could be an interest of yours. But this is adventure, exploration, whether it's of the mind or physically. It's also about faith, and intuition and belief systems. All of these things come in, and all of these aspects may be getting a bit of a shake-up. This house is also about publishing, teaching. Teaching comes up here. It's come up a couple of times. You've got Donna is also about teaching, spreading of knowledge, and the 9th house is about that as well. So some aspect of that is going to be important for you, either you directly or within the relationship, or as I said, it could apply to your person as well. But all of those aspects come in. It's you know, religion may be important for you, but belief systems, wisdom, the gaining of that, the seeking of truth. This is why the law and the legal system comes in, but it can also be travel, international travel or long distance travel. And then I'm just having a look at the bottom of the other decks. So be bold and make the first move, but I feel this is to do with your own personal, pushing your hobbies and interests first so that you don't lose them within this relationship. This is about taking action, okay? Taking action for your own needs. Nobody's going to look after your needs except you. Then we've got 7 of Autumn. Have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. So as I said to you, rest. You need to rest. You need to take a break at this time to bring up your energies and recharge your batteries. And as I said, you're making an investment in your relationship, and you know, and it's your time and your energy. So make sure that it's how you want it to be. Okay, Leo. Take care. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. I'll do another one of these probably mid-year, catch up again. But take care, and I will see you next time.